name's Althea, and we're going to make some art today. I'm in my studio, and I have some materials that you can find at home. I have some markers here, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, some scrap papers, and a paper bag that you can get from the grocery store. And what we're making today is a paper collage inspired by a beautiful piece of art you can find at the Museum of Fine Arts, and it is called a tile lunette. So the word lunette comes from the shape of the tile. So you might notice the shape. Does it look like a crescent moon to you, or a half moon shape? So that's where it finds its name, is from the shape of the tile. And you might see the beautiful colors of that tile as well. Do you notice them? They are blues and reds and greens here. So I'm using different papers that are inspired by that color palette that you can see there. Also, this beautiful piece was made over 400 years ago in Turkey. So to get started on this piece, we're going to start with our paper bag. What you're going to do is take your scissors and you're going to cut off the bottom of your bag. You do not need that. You can put this to the side. And then for some folks, you might have a paper bag that has handles. You want to remove those handles if you have them. And try to peel those off without ripping your bag too much. And not to worry, we're going to use the other side so we don't have to worry about this being too perfect. And then you're just going to pop out these extra sides here and make it flat if you can. And then what I like to do is I like to fold this paper over once. And then using my scissors, I'm cutting out a quarter of a circle here. So I'm going from one edge to another to create a half moon shape in the end. So when you unfold it, you'll get that, and what's even great, you'll get two. So if you're working with a friend, two of you can make one just from one bag. So I'm going to put my paper aside, and I'm going to keep my base in front of me. So we're really inspired by pattern as we're working. So I want you to think about patterns as you're working. And a pattern is something that repeats, right? So we might have something in the center of our work here, but we also want to think about how it can repeat throughout the work. So I want to create a flower as my centerpiece here. And I'm going to show you how to make a flower just like this. Using a small piece of white paper, I fold it in half. I'm going to fold it in half a second time. And finally a third time. Now I have this little triangle piece here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the top of this piece here to kind of mimic the shape of a petal. Once I've done that, I can unfold my piece and I get a flower shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to glue down my flower right in the center of my paper bag lunette shaped base here. So that's in my center. I'm then going to take a couple of Post-its. I love Post-its because one, they're really thin paper, so you can stack up a few of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it an even 6. So I have 6 Post-its right here, and I'm going to cut out a circle shape. And now I have 6 circles I can use. So I'm going to think about my pattern, and I'm also going to be thinking about symmetry. And symmetry is when something looks the same on both sides. Okay, so I'm thinking that whatever I put on one side of my lunette, I'm going to put it on the other side of my collage. So I'm going to take my glue stick again, and I'm going to glue down these 6 circles. Alright, now I have 6 circles going around my border here and my flower in the middle. So I'm going to cut out a few more pieces of paper. I'm going to play with my red paper here. Cut a little bit off. I'm going to fold my paper a couple times so I can get a couple shapes from these cuts here. And I'm going to make a triangle shape. And I have 4 triangles, so I'm going to use that. Using my glue stick again. Gonna glue those down. And I'm going to think about my pattern now. So I'm going to put 1 red triangle in between these 2 circles. I'm going to mimic that on the other side here. And I'm going to do the same with these 2 circles. And then I'm going to mimic it on the other side, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a green Post-it and I'm going to cut out a couple leaves. When I say a couple, an easy way to do that, like I've been showing you, is to fold your paper in half and then cut. That allows me to have 2 flowers. Leaves. I'm going to take my glue stick, and what's fun about Post-it sometimes, if you cut on the sticky part, you get an automatic little sticker for yourself there. So I'm going to put my leaves on either side to make sure it's symmetrical throughout this work. And then I'm going to take my markers and I'm going to start drawing on my collage. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of red on my drawing here. Then I'm going to draw out some vines going around the image, and I'm going to keep up with my symmetry. So whatever I draw on one side, I'm going to try to draw on the other. So I have green here. Then I'm going to add some blue. I think I'm going to add some blue to my flower in the center here. I'm going to outline these petals. So this is a great project that you can do at home, and you have a lot of these materials very easily accessible to you, hopefully. And you can install this right above a window or right above a door frame, and it's a beautiful piece of art you can add to your beautiful collection. I'm sure you've already started. So I hope you had some fun making some art with me in my studio. Bye guys!